All right, guys, welcome back to another Dungpodcast. It's been a while since we had this podcast, and yeah, pretty much Wilds came out, and we're just gonna be talking about Wilds and all sorts of shenanigans that Monster Hunter Wilds brought us, even in the community. So I'm here with Ben and Adam, one of my friends that have been playing with me. I think since I introduced him Freedom Unite. So say hi to them. So we got Adam here. I think Adam started in World, right? You started in World?
Yeah, World.
Yeah, okay. So
World, and then immediately went to Freedom Unite with you.
yeah, so he started World, immediately went to Freedom Unite, and then went back to World to do. You did, what is it? Because what
I
happened?
got all the way to high rank and then stopped playing.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought-
what you
I
told
was-
me,
his
right?
name was- I thought what's his name was the final boss, the volcano elder
Yeah.
dragon. I was just
Lord
like,
Magdaros.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
you can put so much firewood in this fire pit.
Yeah, so he got to Zora Magdaros, and then you thought it was just done, right? You thought like
Yeah.
pick Raffen is some extra fucking bullshit event, like
Yeah.
mission, and so
And then you're like, no, there's more to the game. You gotta go finish that.
there's still high rank. Holy shit.
so yeah, like and then Ben couldn't afford a decent PC at least for World at the time, so we started playing. What is it? Freedom Unite, right? Because you were like, oh, I want to
Yeah.
learn Monster Hunter, but like I don't have anyone to play with or
Yeah.
like anyone to introduce me to it. So it's like I was the one that introduced him to Freedom Unite, and so he kind of started as a Freedom Unite, even though technically in the
I'm
year,
kinda second gener.
and technically he started in a year where Generation 5 happened, but he did start at Generation 2, and he was just looking at Generation 5 like he's a broke boy looking at chicken wings at the table.
Fuck you.
he's looking at the chicken wings on the table. He's like, fuck, I want to play it, but I can't play it because I don't have money. So we played Freedom Unite with Adam. We played Freedom Unite, just three of us. And
Oh my god, new clothes! This is awesome.
Yeah.
you just saw.
He's currently.
Nada didn't get a new clothes.
Got a little exclamation mark, and he like changes into a new kimono, and I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta buy it though. After the event, you gotta buy it. Anyway,
oh fuck,
yeah.
it's worth it.
So anyway, here we are in Wilds. We're sitting in the campfire and talking about. We're just gonna pretend Ben is this lady beside us. This random lady beside us. We're just gonna pretend it's Ben, because one of the things that happened to Ben is that just like any other Monster Hunter game, you have to like, technically improve your software. Except for Rise.
Your
I think-
hardware. Your
yeah,
hardware.
except for Rise, you have to like. I think Rise, you're pretty much good to go. Like if you can't
Yeah.
run World, you can run Rise. So,
Yeah.
so while so Ben is having the same issue where back then he can't run World. Now he can run World, but not Wilds. So
Yeah.
we'll probably get into the PC and all sorts of controversy with the performance, but right now, what do you guys feel about the game, and what do you guys think? Current opinions on Wild.
I think Feld needs to die 1,000 times.
I killed him 200 times, so I think we'll get there. Ben, you haven't fought Arco. Like I think you've only.
Yeah. I haven't fought Arkveld. I didn't in the demo. I didn't do it in the demo.
Yeah,
'cause,
he,
like,
he hasn't done it in demo. So, so far, I think you are in New Udra, right? New Udra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in New Udra. I'm just like I'm curious on what does New Udra look like in a polygon state. Like the,
What does New Udra look
The-
like on 3 frames per second with polygons?
Polygon Nudra look like a pyramid.
I so want to show you guys like what it looks like, but like it's not pretty.
I can show you what a new Udra polygon looks like, but my PC might explode the moment I video record it. That's probably what you're saying, right?
The moment I try to run the OBS, it's gonna be like ah.
You're like having a stroke or some shit. But yeah, how about
But
so for Ben, it's still rough, but he's trying to appreciate the game the way it is.
But like unironically though, cause like I played the demo,
Yeah.
right? Dude, holy fucking shit! Like, Greatsword gameplay is like so fucking bomb. It's like so good.
It's
Like the
peak,
offsetting,
man.
it's so exhilarating.
The moment you just landed up, okay, go, like true charge slash, right? It's just like
Yeah.
like
It's so cool.
like the offset in general, like the sparks, like really is just satisfying. Like when you see the sparks, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck. There we go. Now we're
Dude,
talking.
I was offsetting like a. What was that? I'm thinking Tetranodon. What was the frog? The toad?
Chatacabra.
Chatacabra, yeah, Chatacabra. I was fighting a polygon Chatacabra and was like, holy shit!
I'm still offsetting. Holy shit! Even though I can't recognize the attack, I'm still offsetting.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's so fucking cool. I wish I can show you.
But yeah, how about you, Adam? Like the real opinion.
Honestly, I think this is the best Monster Hunter game. And a lot of people say this is the worst Monster Hunter game. I think this is the best Monster Hunter game, especially for new players. If you have not played Monster Hunter before, this is the one to get you.
I agree.
If you play this one and you still don't like Monster Hunter, you're just not.
Yeah,
This isn't for you.
that's probably
It's
like
not for you.
not your cup of tea type shit. But like, yeah, like it's easier to get into, to be honest. I think a lot of people who didn't like World Rise.
Hours in this game. Like in the older games, you go on a hunt, you gotta like you gotta do like 10 minutes of prep work. You gotta make sure you're on the right armor set with the right decorations. You gotta have like a full team of people to make sure this hunt goes well. And in this game, you just depart, spend 5 minutes, and the hunt's over. It's really easy to just play the game.
Yeah, it's easy to get into. It might not appeal to like the older people who likes the preparation aspect, but people who, you know, people who really just want to get into the hunting part of the Monster Hunter will really get into this game. Like, I think it shows, it shows really good. It shows how good it is in like the starter beginning of Wilds on how to just hunt. You don't need to prepare. But by the end of Wilds, that's where you start to actually gotta like prepare. Like just like I think Gormagala, you can't just like, yo, let me just go in there.
Well, if you haven't played Monster Hunter Wild yet, but Gormagala is here.
Yeah. I think Ben saw the trailer, right? You should have already saw the trailer. I think Ben saw some of my live stream gameplay, so he should be fine. He was like, he accepted the fact that he can't play it on the best
So
form
I'm
of
just
the
watching
game.
people.
So he was just pretty much just watching. So I think it's so sad that you didn't get to discover like Shuwu naturally, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Like some people
Yeah.
Who is the last kind of monster you'd expect to be in Apex?
for real. Like a lot of people don't expect. A lot of people are arguing us like, no, Shuwu is not the Apex. Clearly, is Zoshia
Yeah.
and Arkveld and Wyveria. But in like, if you read the ecology and just look at all the turf wars that Shuwu had, this guy is a Apex level. Like, you're talking about what is it? You're talking about Ebony Odogaron Guardian version, which is an extra version of an Ebony Odogaron. And this
Yeah,
guy
Odogaron.
was just straight up just eating his ass. Like, on God. He opens his
no
whole ass mouth,
chance of surviving.
devouring Odogaron fully. Like, I don't know how people say it's not the Apex. Yeah, maybe like in rankings, it's not the Apex. Like in stars, like Capcom didn't put, but he's definitely up there. Like, I don't know what you thought. And considering the fact, like, this is just me glazing the fuck out of Shuwu. Like, I love Shuwu. It's like my top 3 monster. But considering the fact that he's fucking blind, and he knows every corner of the fucking Wyberia, is insane. Like, are we hearing this? He's blind. He knows every single crack and corner that he can go through, and beating the shit out of every single guardian. He's feeding off of them. Like, this is an Apex level. Like, maybe if you made Shu bigger, it would be probably gonna be a Apex level. If Zoshia wasn't in the tower, or Arkveld wasn't in the tower, Shu would definitely be up there, man. Like, it's just me glazing. So, I don't know what you guys think, but that's just me glazing.
I think like what's so awesome about its character is like he's an assassin.
Yeah.
Like if you yeah, it's so awesome. Like he's a fucking killer, even though he's like blind, even though like he's all this shit. He's a fucking assassin of a monster.
Like, technically, he could be an invasive species if he wanted to. Like, you could probably put him up there with Rajang and like as an invasive species. Maybe it is not as hard, but the way he acts and just the ecology around Shuwu as being a blind assassin, going through every single cracks of the tower and killing all guardians is insane of ecology. People don't give
like
enough.
In John Wick 4, where there's the blind guy.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
it's just insane.
That's Shuwu.
That's you.
That's Shuwu right there, man. Like, all place. Like, I shout out to Capcom for making Shuwu. At least, like, you know, we have 3 octopus-like monster now. But, like, Yamazakami is still number 1 on the top. That's still my number 1 favorite, so.
Holy shit, it's also on the fucking octopus like.
Yeah. So, technically, Yamazakami started the whole thing. It's just they don't have enough.
the fucking real, the fucking OG.
They don't have the engine or, like, the technological power to
Holy shit.
to do
Now that I
more
think
octopus
about
monster, right? So, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Like the fact that there's already like an octopus skeleton.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm not expecting anything, man. I'm not expecting too much, but like
It's just insane, man. Like, I think it's we can probably say that Lagarcrus is expected to come, because considering the fact that they were able to make an octopus skeleton type monster work and Monster Hunter Wilds, which means, because the reason why Lagarcrus didn't get implemented in World and Rise is because it's so funny. I think I heard it from like an article or somewhere, like, or interview. But apparently the biggest problem is that Lagarcrus' belly touches the floor too much, that it makes so much error to the programming of like his belly is like just touching the floor and it's just wiggling.
That's why he's not like allowed.
Yeah, it's like there's too much friction between like the objects, the entities around the environment. So I think that's where they had like technical difficulties. Like, if it's just water, then yeah, it should be fine if it's just water. But if it's a land, that's where they had a trouble. So that now they have an octopus-like monster where every single tentacle touches whatever the fuck environment they're on. Like, it's just expected that Lagarcrus with that enhanced technological advancement is just gonna be
Would
here.
be able to come
Yeah.
back, yeah.
Because octopus touches more the ground than Lagarcrus, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
that guy is a lot more complicated. Like, considering the fact that the octopus can go taller or higher or wider, right? Like it can go taller, flat, fuck, like a flat fuck octopus, right? So, yeah. So I think
maybe Shu was the fucking reason why I can't play this game, because like the amount of calculation you needed for an octopus monster, insane. Fucking shower.
So far, I think for me, my current opinion on Wilds is, it is pretty much expected in every single Monster Hunter game to have it perform this way. Like when Base World came out, everyone was saying the same bullshit over and over. World was easy. It's the armor is limiting. It's very shackling. Like it's crippling. That's what I was trying to say. The armor was very crippling. And the end game is not as good. It's just every single Monster Hunter game that have this problem. Like every single new release, it will have this problem. Like Rise came out, they were like, "Yo, there's not enough content.
The graphics,
end game sucks. I don't like the melding. The graphics sucks. Right? The monster is not as good."
Yeah, but like in years.
And it's been reoccurring. Like it's for me, it's expected to perform this way, and I just personally would just want to enjoy a new experience with Monster Hunter. Like, I don't know how hard it is for other players to just enjoy the game and not to compare every single game to the other game. Like, I know it's hard to not compare, but just enjoy what it is and then play it to the fullest, and then maybe compare it after every single update is done. After the what is it? The DLC came out and done. Like everyone was comparing. Like we're gonna dive into other people's opinion now. So, cause everyone have been comparing World, Iceborne, Fatalis, DLC, the end of all World Iceborne, comparing it to Wild. You're talking about a complete game versus a fucking game that is still developing and it is being polished, and Capcom listening to a lot of players and feedback as they develop the game with more title updates. Like, it's so hard to not mention this because you're saying it's just so stupid how you make like an argument like that. I think for me, you shouldn't compare. You shouldn't be like, yo, we want a Fatalis level of what is it? A fight in first title update of Wilds. That is just not gonna happen. Like, I tell you that.
Yeah.
That is pretty much just not gonna happen.
They're expecting too much. Because like, first of all, you're alienating like the first players.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh, I can't do this. It's too hard. Like, let them ease in.
Yeah, easy. Like, that's what they're doing right now. Midasune. Everyone think, oh, Midasune is easy. It's because it's for the people who haven't reached HR 40. That's gonna be their first encounter with Midasune before even Gormagala. So those people who want to get into it and was like, oh, there's new title. Yeah, they're gonna experience Midasune before Gormagala or even Arkveld. But yeah, like, you wanted a really awesome looking fight. Like, yeah, I get that you wanted an awesome looking fight all the time, but you gotta consider the fact the difficulty level of each monster that they're gonna implement. You can't just be like, yo, first title update of Wilds, Fatalis. Everything after that, what are you gonna put next, right? Do you want Fatalis world-ending version? Fatalis Iceborne.
Wait until
Fatalis Fireborn.
White Fatalis and red Fatalis. They're gonna lose their shit.
Alright, it's like, imagine this. Yo, Capcom was like, yo, first title update, Fatalis. Are you guys ready? And I was like, fuck, okay. Second title update, Crimson Fatalis. Shit, okay. Third title update, White Fatalis. Okay.
Let's check
Okay.
Fatalis.
And then Capcom was like, yo, we're not gonna release a G-Rank version. Fuck you guys. That's it. We're done. Like,
Yeah, we're done. It's
that's the most
over.
difficult monster we've ever put in a Monster Hunter game. See ya.
It's gonna be funny if they were like,
Yeah.
okay, let's add another new Fatalis, blue Fatalis. It's like all the colors, green Fatalis. Like, you guys like Fatalis, so we're gonna give it.
All right, we're gonna introduce a new monster. This is a breed. This is a subspecies of. Actually, it's a breed of Elytron and Fatalis fucking each other and making the ultimate black dragon known to humanity. Title update 5. Let's go.
Let's go, and then like there's nothing.
And just
anymore.
Capcom-
It's
Just Capcom just abandons Monster Hunter franchise because people are just wanting too much. That's pretty much like this is like I don't know like if there's gonna be always gonna be complaints. Like it's just natural. Endgame of Wilds is just like any other Monster Hunter endgame at first launch. But as you guys can see, in if you guys remember World, the end game was like I think overall everyone thought it was ass. Overall everyone thought it was ass because like RNG decoration, but for the people who played with World, they thought that was just natural, right? Like people who played on World, they thought it was like, yeah, this is just I think I like this because I think this is just how I experienced it firsthand. And people don't realize that Iceborne came out, Guiding Lands sucks ass. Like the first time. And
yeah, and then they had to like release 7 new monsters for Guiding Lands just to make it like worth doing.
exactly, right? The title updates build up good end game by the end. So people don't realize that. Like it's maybe the first implementation sucks, but you gotta see the whole vision. Like I think you gotta see the Monster Hunter vision, man. Like I keep telling Ben this, the vision. The vision, man.
Did I understand the vision? Man?
You gotta understand the vision. So like I think a lot of players are just like jumping forward too much with the game instead of just realizing how Monster Hunter and the Capcom team would handle the title in particular, right? Like how would they handle Wilds compared to Rise? How would they handle Wilds compared to World? But at the same time, they're taking some of the feedback in World and Rise and implementing it, and like it. I think people like I think we can dive into the World Glazers, right? So I think this where a lot of the negative shit is gonna happen. The World Glazers.
Don't get me fucking started.
Oh.
The fucking World
Like
Glazers.
a shout out to MH Meatman. Like I think he started it where he's a bold man. Like I praise him. He's a bold man to just pretty much just stand up to like he's like a one man versus quintillion people, like World Glazers. That's pretty much what he's doing. But he was standing his like ground and saying his shit, and I fucking respect him because not a lot of content creators do that. Like I think most of the content creators right now are just like
But I think
just so I can
because most of the content creators are like fucking World players.
Yeah,
They themselves, because like they were like, oh, this
and like
series is so fun.
and like not even like people who I know plays before World are pretty much just you like World, but you're scared that you're gonna lose fans because there's an aspect in the World that you didn't like, but you don't want to say it out loud. Like there's a lot of there's scenarios like that, right? And there's a lot of content creators coming out that because there's just a hate train. There's always, I think, giving out hate to the recent titles other than World will get you clicks, because World is the fucking the the God forbidden,
Find
you know,
them up, it's like,
the
fast
the
game.
son of God of Monster Hunter, like the savior of every single franchise known to humanity in Capcom. Like, it's just insane how every single creator is just like, they don't want to speak out loud with what they're feeling, and instead they stick to Glazing World, and because World has a lot of fans, they were like,
Yeah.
I will glaze World so I can get a lot of fans. And MH Meatman was not doing that at all. He was just like, and the fact that MH Meatman was he started World. Like, I watched his podcast. I mean the interview with
The video.
I forgot his name. Like, shout out to that guy though. He had like an interview with someone. I forgot his name, but he started World, and it clicked. The game clicked on him, and he played Rise, Generational Ultimate. He explored the franchise. I don't know if he played below 4 Ultimate, but I wasn't there probably when they talked about it. But if he did, I mean, at least he explored the franchise as a whole. He explored Generational Ultimate. He explored the differences between Rise, World, and he knows the flaws in his own starting game, right? Like, for me,
Yeah, he understood. Yeah.
I started Freedom Unite. I know the flaws in Freedom Unite. I glaze Freedom Unite, but I know the flaws in Freedom Unite. Like, I know how bullshit some of the monsters. I'm still traumatized on that one-horned Diablos. The fuck that one-horned Diablos. Like, really? That shit was not friendly at all.
Diablos.
That was like a high rank one-horned Diablos with a G rank health and attack. That was bullshit fucking monster ever. But I know the flaws in my game.
Hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that Freedom Unite is not the friendliest fucking game to get into. Like, it's so clunky, but that's what pretty much Monster Hunter Meatman was doing. He was mentioning every single flaws in World, but he's proud that he started World. He's just saying that World is not a perfect game.
It's not perfect. Yeah.
And that's just every single Monster Hunter game. It's not perfect. But people who keep saying that World is the fucking the god of all Monster Hunter is crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. I think that mentality needs to stop. Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah. Did it like he just said all the fucking points.
Like,
yeah.
Like, it's a video game, man.
like, if you I would suggest watching it, but like, really, he said all the bullshit that I don't know. He was talking about Ratatoskr, I think, on that 4-hour video. That was crazy. I thought 3-hour video of Jacob was insane. Fucking, he was like, yo, 4-hour video, let's top it off. Jacob was not.
Fucking times 2.
He was like saying, Jacob is a little boy to me. He was like, Jacob is a little boy. I do a 4-hour video. But I think in that video, he's like pretty tired. I think he could have condensed it. But he was pretty tired of just I think World Glaze or like Ratatoskr or like just saying the same bullshit all over. Like, I keep telling Ben, like, sometimes me and Ben have like a small discussion, because sometimes I get so heated. Like, I would see a post in Instagram, I'm like, fuck, man,
Look at this, Ben.
like TS grind my gears.
Grind my gears.
That's what I feel.
GMG.
TS GMG. I was like, the like I what is it? The video that I saw where I was like, yo, Ben, I saw this video. This guy was like, he was a World Glazer clearly. Like, if you're not a World Glazer, I wouldn't be like, pissed off. He was a World Glazer, first of all, and second of all, he was like, a lot of people still think that World is easy compared to Wilds, and that World is the easiest Monster Hunter game of all. Like, it is not easy, but we couldn't say that is hard. Like, it's, if you know the whole mechanic of Monster Hunter, you would find world easy. Like, I can tell you right now, if you're new to the franchise, I would suggest going back to like old games and starting off there before playing world. And the moment you play world, you'll be like, oh, there's flash bombs. Oh shit, there's traps. Oh shit, there's bombs. There's things that I can utilize to make the hunt easier. Right? Like, it's really, like, there's more things. Like, that's what, like, Monster Hunter has never been that hard of a game. It's hard to get into. That's what's hard about it. But it's not a hard game. You utilize every single mechanic in the game that was given to you, it will be easy. Like, right? It's like, imagine this. Imagine this. If Wilds came out before World, and Wilds had the Wilds had the focus mode, but Capcom did a terrible job of explaining what the focus mode is. So people started using weapons and not exploiting the focus mode attacks. Now people are finding it difficult because they're not doing focus mode attacks, right? But Wilds did a good job of explaining focus mode.
I'm explaining it,
Really. And utilizing that advantage makes the game easier. And I think that video that I saw was like, World is he was like saying World is hard because the achievements, the statistics that Steam had, that people only got to this part of the game in World and quits. And this guy's argument is so fucking bullshit, because I was like, so if you're gonna base it off statistic and how many people and percentage got to this part of the game and say, oh, I quit, oh, I don't like the game, like, you're not taking into consideration that they're not quitting the game because they're not quitting the game because it's hard. They're quitting the game because you didn't take into consideration that you didn't take into the consideration that maybe they're not quitting the game because it's hard. Maybe because they just don't like the game, right? Maybe it wasn't for them. It wasn't for them. They just don't understand the game. Like, you're basing off the statistic as saying everyone quits at this part because it's hard. Monster Hunter World is hard because everyone quits in this part. What if it's just them not liking the game and it's not hard, right? It's so stupid. Like, there is so many players in World that, like, there's so many people that play World, and you're gonna base it off statistics like that. It's not a reliable source, man. Like, I think the statistics of, oh, a lot of people didn't get past the Anjanath because it's hard. Maybe they just didn't like the game. Maybe they got ass kicked and was like, man, the game is not for me. Like, I just didn't like the game. It's not because, it's hard. They just don't understand the game, right? They just don't understand the game.
Cause World has had the boom. Like, a lot of people
if you're gonna
played World.
Yeah, like, if you're gonna use the statistic of this amount of players play this game and only got this part, then you're saying that, oh, let's go back to Monster Hunter Free Ultimate or Freedom Unite or 4 Ultimate. Oh, only this amount of player got into this part of the game. But for some reason, the amount of player in 4 Ultimate or Free Ultimate are less, which means the statistics is different, right? The statistic is different, which means 4 Ultimate is easier, which means Free Ultimate is easier because there's only this amount of player that was able to play that game and got to that part. Like,
fucking true.
Like let's say 4 Ultimate had a statistic just like World. Let's say Free Ultimate has a statistic just like World, where they would show how many players only get to this part of the game. And you're considering, you're pretty much just like comparing a 8 million or more players, comparing that to 4 ultimate amount of players, and doing a statistic on those, that is a different like amount of numbers of players. that you
Yeah.
It's just a different amount of numbers of like it's doing statistic like that is just really unreliable. Like I could say Freedom Unite is easy because there's only this amount of players that
There's
got into
players.
it. Like it's just so stupid. Of course there's gonna be a lot more players. They just don't like the game. They just didn't like the game. That's why they just quit off. I mean, like you're not taking into the consideration that you know, like what is it? Just like Adam did. Like Adam, right? Like Adam quits because he thought Zora Magdaros was done. Like what if that guy was like,
Yeah,
oh, a lot of people quit because after finishing Zora Magdaros, it's Pink Rathian. Like
They killed it.
yeah, it's like Adam was here. Adam was doing that shit. Adam quit because he thought
He
the
thought
game
it's
was done.
finished.
Right? It's such a stupid argument. Like I think for me, like, what do you think, Adam? Like
Hold on.
What do
I'm
you
trying
think?
to A-rank this Chotacabra.
he's trying to A-rank the Chotacabra. Hold on, I think he's too focused on that shit. But yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, it's numbers every time. It's fucking using statistics for the wrong reason.
And just like what was MH Meatman was saying, is difficulty is always a subjective thing. A lot of people find Elden Ring like easy. For me, it's hard because I've never been able to like get into FromSoft games and like all Souls-like games. So when I got into Elden Ring, I was like struggling hard. But you know, it's difficulty. It will always be a subjective thing because it's based on your experience and how you know the game very well, like how well you know the game, right? Like
Yeah.
first off, like when I started in Freedom Unite, I'm gonna keep coming back to Freedom Unite since I started that.
Like
But I started in Freedom Unite. I
also because it's the best game.
I find it hard to start with. I find it hard in the beginning because I don't know any of the mechanics. I didn't know that flash bomb exploit exist. But then by the end of Freedom Unite, when I actually learned the game, I was just spamming flash bomb with 3 other guys beside me, and we were beating this monster's ass. Like it's no problemo, because we know the mechanics of the game. We put shock trap, we put flash bomb, we put every single utilization that we can to kill the monster, right?
Yeah.
It's
You use your tools.
you always use the tools. Like people, we're gonna go back to Elden Ring, right? Everyone's saying, oh, you beat Elden Ring because you were using this weapon. Yeah, because he was utilizing the tools that was the game give him. The game give him this sword, and he likes that sword, so he used that sword to kill every single enemy. Like it's such a stupid thing. Like the difficulty in Monster Hunter is always like a subjective thing. Like Elatrian is an example. A lot of people hated Elatrian because they force you, but really, if you use the thing that the game wants to use and utilize that thing, it's easy, right? It's just
Yeah.
in Fatalis Hunt, you have all of these equipments.
Yeah. Use it properly. Just use your tools properly. There's more things, there's items and stuff like that you can fucking use. Like if you use that, you would be fucking banging.
Yeah, like I think the people in World always argue, it's like, I swear I remember in base World I was struggling with this. Yes, you were struggling because you're still new. Yes, you were struggling because you didn't know how to upgrade your armor or weapon or whatnot, right? Like I have my friend Cooper. He was like, I kid you not, he killed Xenojiva without learning what the fuck the weapon he was using. he wasn't collecting any of the extract in Insectlave. And he beat Xeno
He
Shiva.
killed Xeno'jiva.
He killed Xeno'jiva just not doing extract in Insectlave. You know how insane that is? You don't need to know your weapon to beat Monster Hunter. Like, it's not a hard game. Like, I tell you that. It's not a hard game.
Just have fundamentals.
Every single Monster Hunter is not a... Like, I went to 4 Ultimate. I was still going through 4 Ultimate, but like Citra like shut down. But I was still going through 4 Ultimate. I was not having a hard time, to be honest. I think Molten Tiger is like the one that given me the toughest time, because that motherfucker won't stop shouting. Like, I swear, Molten Tiger's crazy motherfucking monster. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's always people who. It's always gonna be your first monster in the game. Right? It's always going to be your first monster game where you find it hard. Where you find it that it was the golden game. It was the one that enlightened you to the franchise. It was the one that you're probably always going to glaze. Right? And there's quintillion people who started World will always glaze World. And you can never recapture what you had in World. I tell you that. You can never recapture what you had in World and expect the same shit in Wilds, when in reality in Wilds you know every fucking fundamentals of Monster Hunter mechanics. So you're going into Wilds expecting the same bullshit that you started in World, when in reality in started in World you don't know any of the bullshit. And now in Wilds, you know the bullshit. You know what is up. You're not gonna get that same experience. It's hard to get that same experience. Like I made a video. What is it? The demo. Like, I want Arkville to not be in the demo. I made that video because I really want to recapture, but I realized that I'll never be able to recapture it. To be honest, the Freedom Unite experience that I had the first time, I'll never recapture the experience that I had. The first time I encountered Tigrex in that snowy mountain, without me knowing any of the bullshit that is about to happen to me, I will never recapture that.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't expect to recapture that because I know the game. I'm good at the game. Not that good, but I'm good enough. And I know the mechanics. Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Adam recaptured it because like he went to World. I don't know if he really was like, oh, World.
If he had the
I don't know if Adam was like so passionate on World that
Absolutely not.
you were not. You were probably just going
Once
through
I
it.
finished, like with the low rank
I
of
think-
World, that was just like it for me. I
You
didn't really get it at the time.
you
know,
didn't
like,
get it.
I
So-
didn't understand.
So
You couldn't see the vision.
you couldn't see the Monster Division. But when you started in the Freedom Night, what did you feel like? What was the experience like?
I would not have played Freedom Unite if there was not someone to play with.
That's true.
Freedom Unite
It
is
was
just one of those
tedious.
games where you just can't really get into it unless someone is helping you get into it.
Yeah.
So,
Because I was there when helping Adam explain every single shit. Because I think you gotta talk to the lady for urgent quest, and we have to take the urgent quest individuals. It was like, it was a fun experience, to be honest. Like, I think for me as a person who knows like Freedom Unite and getting 2 other people to experience the same shit that I had, and there always be like, there's always thrill for them to know like what's the next monster. And that's kind of the video that I was trying to make, but I wasn't able to do it. But like how the icons really matters in the quest. Like if
the fucking question mark.
yeah, the
Like-
question mark, the icons, the warnings, they really matters. Like I think for me, it really matters. Like for the quest board to be just like kill this monster, doesn't show any icon. And so you just go into there expecting whatever the fuck this guy looks, right? Like You kill Kazu. You don't know what Kazu look like, because there's no icon for Kazu. So you go in there. You were like, "Is this Kazu?" There's no battle theme. There's no. There's no boss
just
music.
Is this what I'm looking for?
Is this the motherfucker? That's what happened to me actually when I first played Freedom at Night. I was just like, oh, that's a weird looking bird. That's a weird looking creature. I ignored Kazu. I was running around the map 30 minutes trying to find out who the fuck is Kazu.
Because like there's a fucking
There's no
white
boss
thing,
music.
There's no boss music.
And it's so funny. 30 minutes I was running around. I was like, shit, I'm about to run out of time. Maybe this motherfucker is it. Because this, like, the odd one out. There's no music, but it must be it. And then the moment I fought him, he was beating my ass because I was getting paralyzed. I was like, oh, maybe this is it. This is not just like an Anteka.
Maybe that's the guy.
This is not just like a bullfango that you can just kill in 2 hits. There was like, holy shit, this is taking more hits. I was like, oh, fuck, it might be this guy. But yeah. So let's move on to, you know, from World Glazers and, you know, how they view Wild, and it's always been a recurring thing, right? Like it's this drama has always been a recurring thing. Like Rise happened, that happened, right? Like Rise happened, everyone was like, Rise sucks. Like it's
not World.
it's no World, man. Come on. And it's so stupid. I think that the only time technically that they did like an extra DLC on a Monster Hunter game was when Monster Hunter 1 came out. Monster Hunter Dose came out. And Dose is pretty much just Monster Hunter 1, but with an extension of Dose roster. It's the same roster, but they didn't remove anything. They just added more. So that's pretty much that's the only, you know, exception to the franchise. But that's what World players want. Is they want World Iceborne 2 and World 2 or whatever the Fireborn. That fucking video, man. That video. Fireborn. I want Bloodborne. I want Godborn. Monster Hunter World Godborn. Fuck that guy, man. Like that's such a funny video. What is his name, man?
That was the worst like fucking idea. Like,
I think MH Meatman.
why
Like,
can they?
I think MH Meatman did like a video on him. Yeah, it was like it's so funny, man. He was just like, I just want more like Monster Hunter World. He's treating World like it's Destiny. Like he's treating.
Destiny too.
And he was like saying, it was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, does Capcom think that if they release another World 2 or an extension of Monster Hunter World Iceborne, they will lose players? No, he was like that. I'm like,
And
they will lose
brought
players.
Up, like, Destiny. He brought up Destiny and like how there's just more expansion over expansion.
They will lose
and, like,
players.
Fucking Final Fantasy.
That's just every single game. Every single DLC, you'll eventually run out of players because they wouldn't be interested in the DLC. They wouldn't be interested in the expansion, right? Like it's just gonna be happening. Like that's every single game where you start off really high up there and then it slopes down. Like I don't know. I don't know what people are talking about, man. Like it's their view on World. Like I think World is a blessing and also a fucking curse to the community. I think that's just a curse to the franchise.
The Monster Hunter community.
It's a blessing and a curse. Cause
like it brought so many players, but like maybe we shouldn't bring that much players. Maybe those players doesn't deserve.
Like I don't want to gatekeep.
Just yeah.
Like I don't want to gatekeep, but these World players are gatekeeping. I tell you that. Like they were like, oh, as a Monster Hunter World veteran. Wild's is not it, Chief. That's not it. Like I'll tell you that. Like it's so funny to call themselves veteran. Like I I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to be that
They call
person.
themselves veterans.
I don't want to be that person, but like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because if you guys remember, when World came out, people who play 4 Ultimate and the oldest generation said the same shit. That, you know, World was
They all-
having. They hated World.
Their generation is the best generation.
Yeah. They said the same shit. I probably said the same shit. To be honest, I think I didn't say the same shit because oh yeah, no, I didn't say the same shit because I was just so happy that Monster Hunter had like a new reborn version of itself. Cuz I think at the time when I saw 4 Ultimate and Generation Ultimate, I thought the franchise is going to keep going with that art style and like style. I thought it was just gonna keep going on with that art style and style of the gameplay, where it's very limiting and it's like not really welcoming. Like I tell you, like Generation Ultimate is peak, but it's not really welcoming. But
Yeah.
a lot of people who play World was able to get into Generation Ultimate, which means that World did a good job of getting people into the franchise for them to go back to Generation Ultimate.
Yeah. For them to check back,
Yeah.
that means it did a good job.
It did a good
of
job.
introducing the
World,
game.
like I was like when World came out of E3, like E3 was alive at the time. World E3 came out. I thought Anjanat was Gypsaros. Like I was like, oh, he got the shit on the nose. I thought he was Gypsaros. Turns out it was a new fucking monster. I was like,
It's a new monster.
it's a new monster, and it was like, it was a fresh feeling because all of these are new monster, and it gave me a vibe of when I played Freedom Unite, going to Portable Third, and only seeing a few monster returning, right? Like when I
Yeah.
played Freedom Unite, I was like, oh, another Monster Hunter game. Let's play Portable Third. I got into Portable Third. I was like trying to find Velocidrome. There's no Velocidrome. I was trying to find Teostra. There's no Teostra. What the? I was like, for some reason, Boldrome was there. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, Bulldrome. Yeah,
Bulldrome was-
Bulldrome is only Bulldrome.
It's so funny. Boldrome was there, and then you progress to the game. Now you find Rathian. Okay, that's weird. Okay, second monster. Rathian, Rathalos, Diablos, and all of these are just alien monster. Like I do not know these monsters,
Yeah, it's the Japanese style monsters.
and it's just refreshing to just have these new roster. That's why I like it. So I was like happy with World, but man, like it brought the most entitled motherfuckers known to the community, man. Like these people would be like, I played World, I done World, I did the demo, I've beaten Iceborne, everything. I think this is how the game should be. And it's no people back then who played what is it? Free Ultimate tries to say the same shit, but it didn't happen. I tell you that. Tries to say the same shit where they expected this, but that didn't happen. Cause Monster Hunter as a franchise has always been moving on and improving from what they had and trying to experiment with something better so that they can get close to the Monster Hunter feel without losing so many players, and at the same time trying to attract more players and get people into the game. And it's always been like that in the franchise. And I think some of the community and like people are getting really entitled with their status as a veteran Monster Hunter World player. it's just so
The
funny.
veterans.
The veterans, man. Like, come on, man. I don't know. I'm just not it, man.
I got myself a veteran. I played fucking.
I
one
like
game.
Clutch Claw more. I love grabbing onto monsters' nutsack. That's my thing.
That's that's my jam.
I don't
Nothing
like.
I
else.
love.
I don't like
grabbing into
wounding.
nut
I don't
sex.
like circumcision of the monster. You know, I don't like the wound part. I like the clutch. I like the clutch.
I like it clinging.
And like, I think a lot of these YouTubers also like are promoting these terrible. No hate to them, but they're really, some of them are really just glazing world. And despite the fact that they've been in the franchise for so long, there's a fair criticism and just straight up just comparing it to World and just want it to be like World. There is a difference on that, right? Like, yes, this happened in World, but you gotta be open-minded in every single title that Capcom releases with Monster Hunter franchise. So, like, you know, what do you guys think? And the recurring drama with the community, because that's just my opinion.
It's so stupid.
Like people who saying that the story in Wilds is not good. I think it's good enough, to be honest, because it answered some of the lore question. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
the characters are still not as like, you know, I don't care about Nada. He can go fuck himself, but he's just a kid, you know. He's a kid. But
Yeah. fuck
if
that
you look
kid.
at the whole picture, the outside of the box, or like, you see that Capcom and the developers are trying to now get into the lore more than before, because they were scared actually to get into the lore. I think when they made Generation 5, they want to make sure that, okay, we gotta take a careful step on Generation 5 when it comes to the lore. So what they did was like, okay, instead of doing it in old world, we'll do it in the new world, so that we can have a new version, or at least new iteration of the lore, right? Like, we can have a blank template instead of already a setted world build in the old world, right? Like, if you get what I'm saying? Because they already made a bunch of villages in the old world. Like, there's a bunch of villages. So they're like, we're gonna take this new world route and pretty much make an empty blank slate of story to tell. And so for them to do that, they did World, and they did Iceborne, and by the end of Iceborne, that's actually where they start to drag in more of the lore implication with the black dragons and the but a lot of people seem to not care, and it's fine. Like, it just like what I said, there's a reoccurring thing in the community where people might not like the story, people will like the story, but I think them diving into Wyveria and how the robot monster, pretty much the milk of the wyvern, I don't know who is there, like, do you think the Dragon Torch have like a massive like hit? Oh shit, I'm
to make,
lactating.
like, a stone fucking-
I was like, shit, I'm lactating, guys. Well, I gotta put out some of these wyvern milk.
Holy shit! I think there's gonna be like a fucking fan art of that.
Gotta be like a rule. Now that I brought it up, there's probably gonna be more. Rule 34. But yeah.
Like fucking Artful boobs.
Like, shit, man.
I'm lactating.
I'm busting. I'm busted.
I'm milking it.
Fuck, that's so
I'm
stupid.
milking my shit.
Why does my brain work like this, man?
I think it's a mistake.
But it's
man.
pretty cool concept. I think having that. Yeah, but like, I'm still hoping that they bring back the tower. The tower is one of the biggest pieces, other than the castle shade. Tower is one of the biggest pieces of lore in the franchise. Like, I think it's a really important place to just be, I don't know, re-adventured, pretty much, like recaptured. Like I get that Wyveria they're trying to do that, but Wyveria is a different thing than Tower. Like I'm just gonna say this is a different thing. I don't think they're trying to. I don't think they're trying to remake Tower. I think it's just a different thing. Because I think the biggest thing about the Tower is how empty it is, but at the same time it gives like a sinister, feel to you. And the moment you were traveling up the tower, you just feel this, what do you call it? You just feel like, you're there's something threatening. That's why your skin are like really just up, Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're walking towards your impending doom. That's what I feel when I'm doing Tower.
Yeah, you're climbing up, and it's like so fucking high. Like if you look down, like even from the, what they call this, the fucking Yamatsukami fight,
yeah,
or even like the fucking fight with Golden Rathian and Silver Rathalos. Like it's so cinematic. Like like when you die, you don't spawn to the camp.
Yeah.
You spawn into like the floor before like
I think
entering
I think the cats were just like, fuck, okay, you guys it's too far, man. Like I'll just drop you here. They're like, the tower's too big. The camp is too far from here. I'll just drop you here. I think you're good here. You fainted, you fucked up, I'll just drop you here. I think that's what the cat feels like.
There's no fucking beds to like sleep on, so like you can heal. It's like so far.
Cause like having a bed feels like,
do.
Having a bed feels like you have at least somewhat of a safe space. But having no beds, right? Like it's just, I think
it's like get back in there.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Fuck back in there.
So yeah, I think Tower, they have to bring back Tower, man. Like Yamatsukami and Tower, this is the best. This is the most cinematic. This is the best time to implement that shit. But probably gonna be in the DLC. So you guys gotta stay healthy and not die. So that you guys get to witness such a legendary octopus man boy.
The man boy.
But yeah, like speaking of, earlier we were talking about veterans, and I encountered when I was playing Wilds, I think 1 month ago, I was able to now encounter and differentiate the good and bad veterans. Like I was able to, because the good veterans are the ones who actually teaches you and are humble, at least, who are not always like, in the old games, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about here in the old game? Because I've experienced that like a month ago with someone, and it was like, I think he was just trying to pretty much block me in every single statement that I do. And that is a terrible veteran. That is pretty much just ego, right? Like you're just fighting your ego. You just want to be like, you just want to have your title and be like, yeah, I'm the biggest bear here.
There's two kinds of Monster Hunter players. There's everyone else, and then longsword users.
Don't get me started on longsword users, man. The only longsword users that I will respect.
Like 8 counterattacks.
The only longsword users that I will respect was Freedom Unite Longsword. That's it.
Freedom Unite Longsword was awesome though.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I think
it's a balanced weapon.
Yeah, I think it was that. I would think that was the main core of the weapon.
There was like 8 counterattacks on that weapon. It was just like a slightly more fast greatsword.
Cause I experienced a really terrible veteran that, cause I'm teaching someone. His name is Gabe. I was teaching him a lot of stuff in Wilds because
I know that guy.
he doesn't know anything about Wilds. I think he tried to get into the world, but he wasn't able to get into the world. So we were like trying to invite him Wilds, so he got to downloading Wilds and playing Wilds, and he has a lot of questions. And I think the moment I hopped on that lobby and the call, I experienced a really terrible viewpoint of, a veteran. Because for me, like, I'm a veteran, but I don't really want to call myself a veteran. I just want to talk about Freedom Unite and glaze the fuck out of Freedom Unite and how Yamatsukami is the best monster. But I don't go off and be like, yo, you're doing this shit wrong. You used to be like this. Like, in that conversation, I think it happened to me. He was pretty much just not trying to teach the person how to play the game. Instead, he was trying he was trying to set a status that he is the best out of the team. And I think I brought up one topic because I just want to see if he's like really a veteran or not. So it's like I still remember, I think it goes like this. I still remember when Gravios in Freedom Unite was really just like tough. And you really just can't hit him unless you break the shell. Unless or you have, like, even like pink sharpness, you can't have it. And then this guy was like, what are you talking about? Fuck you talking about pink sharpness, it's purple sharpness.
Oh no, not this.
And then he goes as far as this. I think in Frontier there's a cyan sharpness, and I'm like, who the like, nobody brought up the cyan sharpness. Nobody brought up the cyan. You just want to show that you know shit, like, even though that was not really
the MMO Monster Hunter.
Like, he just want to prove that he knows a lot more, even though in reality he's just not helping really in the conversation. And like, I think in overall he just want to like get a status out of us. So he was saying, is like, oh, there's even a cyan sharpness in Frontier, and I don't know, we're gonna talk about pink sharpness, and I was like, what? And I was like telling Gabe, I just like pretty much just shut the fuck up because I don't want to argue with that guy. But if you guys look at Freedom Unite sharpness, tell me that's not fucking pink. That was pink, and then they start to. I don't know a single person
who didn't call it pink sharpness.
They, like, if you go back to Freedom Unite days, every single one would say pink. Like, I tell you that, every single one would say pink. You gotta be a blind motherfucker to say it's not pink. And he was saying that, oh, there's no pink sharpness, it's purple. Yeah, over time it changed to purple. But back then, Freedom Unite, I said, Freedom Unite, it was pink. You gotta be colorblind if you don't find it pink. Yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, it was just a small thing that I feel like really puts a bad taste in my mouth on the veteran, like a status as veteran. Like, he was not helping the player that I was teaching, Gabe. He was really not helping. He said it was like, I don't know, there's just the cockiness. I think there's that thing where the guy was like, oh, look at my build, it's so good. But the moment I look at the build, it was actually so fucking ass. It was so ass. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every single armor slot and skill have level 1, and there's no level 5 or 4. Not even a weakness exploit. I'm telling you that.
Trying to do everything.
Like, he was boasting that he's so good. He's so good at dual blades. He's doing this amount of damage, and it was just. I was like, throughout the conversation, I was just silent. But in my head, I was like, fuck this guy, like, really, he's the cockiest. I mean, it's better to just stay silent. Like, at that point, if you encounter one, I would probably just stay silent, and then probably the person you're trying to teach, probably just talk him in, one-on-one, and teach him actually what the game is, because that's kind of sometimes what happens with some of the new players, where the teacher is really terrible. That's why the person couldn't get into the game. Right? I think that's a problem too. So, the person that I was trying to teach, which is Gabe, I taught him every single question that he had, but I never outright said every single shit that he needs to know. I just want him to discover what the game is, and if he has any question, I'm just here to just answer. But I don't take away the part of exploration. So yeah, how about you, Ben? What do you think about, like, you know, how veterans teach new players and whatnot?
Holy shit. That's actually like a really cool discussion too, cuz like you know when like you watch like reels or something like that, like that's not how you teach a beginner. That's not how you like, why are you making beginners cart and stuff like that? Like you should be helping them so like they're enjoying the game. But like there's this also the camp of like let them learn, like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
make them feel like the actual challenge, and
Like, let them explore the game, right? Like,
yeah, like I'm not saying like this was a negative to me, but like the first time we tried playing, I
yeah.
was like kind of being carried. Like I'm not totally being carried, but like I felt like I was a bit carried. So like
That is, that's kind of like a 50-50, because like
yeah,
you were
I
totally
still
not
cart.
you were totally not being carried, because we still triple cart to a lot of monsters, and
Yeah.
every time we triple cart to a monster, we always the signature biggest sigh. This
Yeah.
the ah.
Cause like every time I need to, if for some reason I die every hunt, I die one time and then like it's okay or something like that, or maybe die 2 times.
Yeah.
Like I get too cocky or something like that. Like, like when I tried playing alone, that's where I saw like the actual challenge of
Yeah,
Monster
because
Hunter,
I
when
actually I think I recommended you, it's like, hey, when we're not online, you can do the village quest, because that's actually like
Yeah.
a solo thing. So you do that village quest in your free time, and you can grind on your free time, but we'll do the guild together, right?
together, yeah.
So you kind of did that, and I don't know if I did a good job on teaching you, but I just let you explore, to be honest. So
Yeah, cause like you guys weren't hopping on. I played like the solo and finished almost everything. Like I have the rainbow color scheme.
yeah.
Yeah,
They need to
like,
bring that
I have the
back.
rainbow.
By the way, holy shit, they haven't brought it back since
Get-
like World.
Get the rainbow color if you clear every village quest. But like there's no village quest anymore, right?
Yeah,
It's like guild quest only,
yeah,
which is like a world thing, but like a Rise.
yeah. No,
There's something like that in Rise, though.
in Rise, there's a village quest, but like, I don't think it gives you like, I don't think there's rainbow color in Rise, so I don't know.
Yeah,
So
there's no reward if I remember correctly.
yeah, I think it's
Though
just like
maybe there is. Maybe there is. I'm just
yeah, because I know I completed every single quest in Village Rise, so
village, yeah.
I think for me, like, just teaching, like, letting the new player
Youngins.
find like the new player find they're comfortable and find where they are good at is one of the biggest thing. And second of all, like,
yeah.
letting the player build an experience and immerse themselves into the game without you interfering with anything. Like
Yeah.
I think it's part of that's part of like also like Dark Souls, right? Or Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
just exploring and just making your own conclusion throughout the game as you progress is really
Yeah.
important for the new player to just be hooked, right?
Yeah.
Just the sense of
It's like-
wonder and surprise is enough
Yeah,
to hook a
exactly.
player. Because for me, I think I was trying to make a video about like the 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 secret element of Monster Hunter, which is like element of surprise. And in the
Yeah.
older games, they definitely did it really well. I think Basilgeuse was like one of the well done of element of surprise.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's a well done surprise.
for
like-
me when I did World, I was really surprised that there's this mystery monster that just came down. Like that is a good element of surprise that I think Monster Hunter franchise needs to keep doing. Like the
Invasive monsters.
yeah, invasive, not even like not just invasive, like the quest, you know, in Sunbreak, that quest where fucking every single monster was dead in the fucking area and there's no endemic or like music in the background.
Yeah,
it's just
it's-
eerie.
it's-
It's surprising. Like it's eerie as fuck.
Yeah. Like that's so well executed. Like that's some storytelling, like environmental storytelling.
Yeah. So I think you know there you can be a veteran, but depends on how you approach the new players and how you teach your friends. It's really
Yeah.
gonna impact their experience. Maybe a lot of people were like, "Yo, play this game with me," and then they play it with you, but they don't feel it because maybe first
Maybe
Maybe
you're an
it's-
asshole.
yeah, first maybe you're an asshole. Maybe you are trying to, just
You're
let
doing
them.
it wrong.
Yeah, like just be on the same level. I think that's a good advice. Just be on the same level as the person, and don't let him, don't take away his experience. That's what I was trying to say. Don't take his experience, this Monster Hunter experience. Don't take his Monster Hunter experience away from him. I think that's a good. That's what a good veteran would do to a new player, or at least introduce the
Yeah.
franchise. Because and also try not to input some negative thoughts or even like negative propaganda. They're saying that
Yeah.
world is shit, or like once the person starts playing world, stop saying like, yo, rise is shit, yo, wild is shit. Just let them judge the game
Yeah.
for itself and like let them
Yeah.
experience the game. Like I don't know what's all this seniority with the community, but like there is a good seniority who are very welcoming, and there is a really terrible seniority where they want this game to be like this is not the game you wanted because it's not like world, right? Like there is
Yeah.
good veterans and bad veterans, and like it needs to be switched up. Like I keep telling people this, but like you, even Ben, like I keep telling you, like shout out to MH Meat Man for really just standing up and being out there for like as a fiber who started Gen 5th and saying that shit. Like that is respectable. That is me. I'm so proud of that guy. Like
Yeah.
I respect that guy
Truthfully,
so
man.
much, because just like what I said earlier, you finding your own flaw in your own game and saying it's not better than any other of the Monster Hunter games is really a commendable,
Yeah, that's maturity. That's
Yeah.
like actually being critical.
yeah, that is knowing that the Monster Hunter franchise is this way. That is knowing that World is not gonna be, World is not gonna have World 2. Let's just face it, World is not gonna have World 2. Because that's
Yeah.
just how the franchise go. I don't know what's all of these shit, man. Like I'm so fucking tired of that. Like Like it's so fucking stupid. Like yes, you fell in love to World because they made you feel this way. It's not only you, buddy. Like it's not only you. People feel that way in Wilds. People who started in Wilds
Yeah.
felt that way. People who started in Rise felt that way. People who started for Ultimate felt that way. Like I get that you want your favorite game of Monster Hunter to be, you know, what is it? Remastered, somewhat like recapture
fucking
that memory.
remastered.
Like I don't know what you wanted, but if you wanted World, then just play World. Like that's as simple as that. If you wanted things from World that is not in Wilds, then give a feedback to the Capcom, like a fair criticism. And if you don't want to play Wilds, just don't play Wilds. Just play World. Like, and no one's gonna fucking force you. Like, if you're gonna be a negative to the community and the, you know, some of these are not even like fair criticism. It's just like the same bullshit over and over. Same shit that they said in Rise, said the same shit in Wilds. And it's just so tiring in community. Like, to be honest, the 5th gen, like, not even 5th, it's just World, like, Glazers is insane. It's insane. I wouldn't even consider them as a part of Image community because they have their own world with their own world glazing. You know, they suck each other's dick, right? Like that's what I would explain that. Like World would suck their dick and they would suck World's dick. Like there is nothing. They are not complimenting other games. They're pretty much just sticking on their one game, and it's let's just be open-minded, to be honest. I think that's like if you're saying that you're a veteran of World, then okay, you have that title, but hey, just consider what it takes to be a good veteran, a bad veteran, what it takes to have, you know, what it takes to give the new players a new experience, give the new players what Monster Hunter is. Like, is really important, and I don't know why people are still on World. Like the glazing is insane. Like it's actually astonishing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we can probably talk about this topic. We'll probably do more in the future. If you guys like this video, give it a like and subscribe. And also I posted a lot of memes lately and trying to get back on my game. You know, trying to get back on the game, son, you know. But yeah, I'm just trying to be trying to figure out my schedule, and pretty much I just want to talk about this because it's been building up this topic inside me. Like Wilds is an amazing game and it's not getting recognized as that because there's just way too much negativity in the community. Like it's
the only
so
reason
much.
why we're discussing this is because of like there's so many fucking posts on Twitter or like
It's insane, man.
YouTube, like people glazing World and like saying, "Oh, it's bad."
really like they're comparing a finished product to not really have anything going with it other than first title update. Like it has been like
yeah,
stuck
Which
with
is
me
so fucking
ever
stupid.
since Wild came out. Like first week of Wild, everyone would compliment, and then after the first week, every single journalist and every single YouTuber would be like, "Actually, this is shit. This is bullshit. I fucking hate this game."
It's-
And it's so
it's
tiring.
not wild.
It's the same shit that they did with Rise. It is the same shit that they did with Rise, and it is. I keep saying this, but World is a blessing and also a fucking curse to the MH franchise. Like I am, you know, just shocked on how this will keep going, and it's up to really just the community to just improve themselves. To be honest, like I have nothing to say. I just want to get it off my chest because it's, you know, just like what I said. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's up?
Actually, like before we end the video, like what do you think would be a good game for like someone who's finished like World or like uh Wilds or like Rise, like what game would you recommend? Like if
It's always
all over?
it's always one game, man. You know who it is. You know what it is. Generation Ultimate. It's always Generation Ultimate. I would not recommend Freedom Unite, bro. I swear.
I think
As much
for
as I
me,
wanted to, as much as I wanted to recommend Freedom Unite, Generation Ultimate, if you do Generation Ultimate, it will ease your way into the older franchise.
the
I
older
think
titles, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's out of all the older titles, Generation Ultimate is the less clunkiest of all of them. It's still clunky. It's just a
Yeah.
lot more,
It's more. It's
a lot more mobile.
fun.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun, a
Yeah,
lot more
yeah, yeah.
mobile. You can do a lot of bullshit and crazy, hectic shit. But yeah, I think Generation Ultimate because it has almost all the roster that you could probably imagine.
Actually, yeah, you make a good point.
And it will introduce you to the what is it? A lot of monsters that you probably haven't seen in the latest title, and
Yeah.
even just experiencing. You need to experience if you're gonna go back to older generation. You need to at least experience Atalka and
Yeah,
Bloodbath Diablos. Those two, godly fucking fight. Actually, like we don't need fucking Fatalis cinematic style. Just put a bloodbath on an arena, and it's already cinematic.
It's gonna change your fucking place. It's gonna change your fucking world.
Like it's actually like poking your ass the more you fucking play that game. So yeah, that should be everything that we can talk about. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys have any input on our opinions and suggestions on the next podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Subscribe and like, and check out my social media. I post a lot of memes and Instagram too. So yeah, take care guys. Bye bye.